Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I got a cool one here for you. We see all these sandbox types of games or environments, metaspheres, metaverses, and all that fun stuff in other blockchains, but we haven't really seen a creative sandbox project on Wax. We've seen bits and pieces of it in different genres, but not a full sandbox. Um, I stumbled upon Landbox from a tweet that they made on obviously Twitter. So I got interested in it and reached out to the team, and we've been talking back and forth a little bit. So I wanted to go ahead and highlight Landbox, which is a Wax project that is they are in the process of creating the first really creative sandbox metaverse on the Wax blockchain, where it's still early in the stages, but they do have some neat things that are out there already. Definitely worth checking out if you're at all interested in some sort of creative studio sandbox type of thing where you can get land, create things, basically just make your own little world. And it connects. They're already starting to connect to all other projects, which we'll dive into that here shortly. What I want to do is go through the normal, check out the website, check out the white papers, a very high level, and then we'll dive into the game so I can show you actual gameplay and show you what it actually looks like, which is pretty neat. It gives me a little bit of a Minecraft vibe, just the look of everything. So keep that in mind. You're not going to get the detailed graphics. It's something I think it appeals to a lot of people, especially if you're a Minecraft fan. Want to go ahead before I jump into anything. Normal disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own research before you make your own decisions. Don't just take my word for anything. Really look at your situation, see what's best for you. So let's go ahead and dive in. Again, this is Landbox. This is the first creative sandbox that I've seen on Wax so far. Essentially, what you do is just going through the website itself. There's a number of different characters that have a number of different abilities that you can play in game. I have a gamer. I have this NFT right here, and I don't know why I clicked on that. But what you're going to do is you're going to take your character, you're going to go into the game itself. You have the ability to get multiple characters. So you don't just need this one or one of the others. You can get multiple, and then you can actually earn them up to what's called VIPs, which gives you a lot more access. Um, and a lot more abilities to go ahead and use throughout the game itself or the environment itself. Right now, it is still technically in a beta version. So what you need in order to play right now is you're going to need a Game Pass. The Game Pass is available in the secondary market. That gives you access to the environment. And then you'll need a character. Like I said, there's a number of different characters. This is the one I currently have. It is a gamer. They have different characters from, like I said, monsters, medics, farmers, builders. Builders, I think, would be a neat one because that allows you to build on your land once that's available. So there's a lot of neat things that are available. Gamers lets you play the games in Landbox, which allows you to earn their in-game token, which is LANBX. Just in case you want to take a look at it on Alcor Market. Let's jump over the white paper itself. Currently, what they have available is they have several different versions of the game. They have a 2D version, which is actually technically a different website. So if you're looking, I'll have both links to both the websites in the description down below. The main information, or basic information, I should say, is on the landbox.io. The hub, which is landboxhub.io, is really their 2D gamified version of the game. Allows you to do it on your cell phone. Because in order to do the 3D version, you need to download a client. So that was a little confusing for me at first. But obviously, once you understand the difference between the two, it becomes a lot more easier. It makes a lot more sense. Basically, you're looking at the hub as a normal play website for games. It's just their 2D version. They also have a full 3D version available that is continuing to be developed, and we'll jump into that here in a second. It is a downloadable client only for Microsoft Windows, so keep that in mind. There, just so everybody's aware, I know most games on Wax are web-based. There's going to be a point where they're going to start shifting more to downloadable clients as they get bigger and as they get more involved. So be ready for that. I know some people are very hesitant to download different clients, especially if they're new to Wax. So make sure you do a lot of research on any project before you actually go ahead and do it. I did download it, so I'll show you that here in a second. As I mentioned, every character there's character pets. Each character, you can go ahead and level them up. They have health. You can just do different things with your characters. You see the pets that you can go ahead and ride around. There's vehicles. There's a lot of neat things. There's different VIPs. And if I keep scrolling down, it just shows you how to upgrade. We're not going to go ahead through the blending to a VIP in this video. Potentially in a future one, once I get to that point, I want to show you the process of actually doing it. So I'm not going to focus on that, but you do have the ability to take your card with a number of other items and go ahead and upgrade it to a VIP character that gives you a lot more abilities, which I think is nice. You don't just go out, the only option is a secondary market. You actually have the ability to earn that and blend that yourself. Like I said, there's a number of different characters. Each character has their own unique abilities. The builders obviously allow you to build. The gamer, which I'll show you in game now, allows you to play different games or go ahead and test out a game. Then there's a whole bunch of other things from advertisers to trolls, which is fun. Um, uh, you'll see in game there, especially in the main area, the main world. There's a lot. I'm jumping the gun here, so I'm not going to cover that right now. Um, each one has their own abilities, as I mentioned. You will have the option to get a 1x1 plot of land that, if you have a builder, allows you to go ahead and build on the plot of land. You can customize it any way you want. Again, it's got a very Minecraft look to it and feel to it, which is a neat thing there. So you can create whatever you want. Different abilities throughout. I'm just skimming through this. Like I said, I'm going to jump into this in a little more detail. I will have the link to both websites, and if you go to the hub website and you go to guide, it's going to give you the white paper, so you can go ahead and take a look at that. In the game, there's a number of different things that you can do. You can get miners on the secondary market right now, and let me go ahead and click on that. They're roughly about 200 wax minimum, but what they do is they produce the in-game token for you passively. Then that allows you to spend that token and go ahead and play different games, buy different items, build different things, and use that currency. So the the miners are actually going to be a long-term benefit to have, because it continues to allow you to give that passive income. The 200 wax for a minimum, or for the lowest common one, uh, is a little bit pricey for most, so keep that in mind. You can also earn the in-game tokens in-game doing other things. So be aware of that, but I know there's going to be some people that are looking for the minimum viable in order to play the game. Right now, the minimum viable, as I mentioned before, is a game pass and a character. Those are the two minimum things that you need. Roughly, and this is at the time of the recording, uh, at right now at the time of the recording, costs 93 wax for this, 67 for a common character. So that's roughly a little bit more than 150 wax to get started in the game. There will be a point where it launches, and I don't believe the game pass will be needed anymore. So it's for a full sandbox style project. That's a cheap entry point. If you look at any other sandbox, any other platform, or any other blockchain, it's a ridiculous amount of money just to get into the game. So this is a cheap right now, and I believe it's only cheap right now because it's still fairly new and it's not very well known. If this project, and I do say if this project takes off, I could see that number jumping up quite a bit. So do your own research. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop talking about the theoretics behind the game and the details behind the game, and actually jump in there and show you what the game really looks like. All right, let's go over to the game. All right, when you first log into the game, you're going to go through the normal login process where you go ahead and put in your Wax account, and you verify through the Wax. Just a reminder, this is a downloadable client, so That is what it is. Something you're going to have to get used to down the road with a number of the games that are coming out, especially the 3D versions of it. When you first log in, you have a number of options here. The first thing that you are going to want to do is going to want to go to characters and select whatever character that you have in here. For me, it is this one. It's the only one I have. And then the game doesn't work, but here's the alert section. It shows the news, but more importantly, the worlds is what you're going to want to really focus on, at least here initially. There are two options within the worlds. There is the Earth, which is basically like the marketplace, open world marketplace environment. And then there is the game, which is 100, which we'll try and dive in here in a second after I show you the first world. There needs to be a minimum of 4 players to actually play this game. And I know when I tried it earlier, I wasn't able to access it just because there wasn't a lot of people. I just got stuck in a queue. Still very, very early in the process of this game. Once it gets more popular, it'll be a lot easier to get into those games. But let's start off with the Earth game. The Earth is multiplayer, free to play. Anyone that has a character can go ahead in here and jump in. Maximum 20 players. And then there's some other information here. Every world that you go to, there's some additional information at the bottom. Who can play the game or who can access certain items in there. For example, the weapons. My gamer cannot because you don't see the little controller. But let's go ahead and jump in here. And as I mentioned, I gotta go ahead and give it my name. And when I mention gamer, you need this icon, basically a console remote control. All right, now we are in here, and like I said, it is basically like a marketplace. What the Landbox team has done is they have done collaborations with other projects, and when they do the collaborations with other projects, they can go ahead and create like little storefronts. I'm going to start over here on this side. There's a monster fight over here, basically, and the neat thing about this is the storefronts are very detailed. Again, have the Minecrafter feel to it, but it's better than just like a storefront with a little logo on the top. These actually look pretty nice. Same with the Monster Legends, which is neat. You got this big guy here. You can go in here and see different NFTs. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. You can explore that when you get in the game. You have Geno City, which is another collaboration with them. You have the dance club in here, just a bunch of people dancing. I did mute the volume just because I am recording right now, so you won't be able to see the dancing. Let's go ahead and let me see it. So you select the music, and sure. Alright, so again, I don't have my volume on, so I don't know really what just happened there. But we'll go ahead, you can do dance party, and you see all over the place. They have different advertisement boards, which I feel like will be used quite a bit in the future. Just give them some extra ad revenue so they can continue to run this. We got the cinema, showing different it shows different trailers. You can go ahead and check it out. And then you can just keep running around. You obviously have Nefty here, which is a cool setup that they got going on here with it looks like a Halloween theme. And you go in here and check out the different stores, different items. Pretty neat to see. They also have a little branch. Is it over here? This is where it's stuck in a tree. They got a boat over there, which looks like it's going to be future use. I cannot swim, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. Oh, I wonder if I jump on here. I wonder if it's I'm still getting used to the controls. And you can't swim. So see the sharks in there. It's basically going to respawn me here at the beginning. Some of the other areas, I think, right down here. Yeah, that's where I want to go. There's some other areas. Like I said, some people can use weapons. So those people can actually go in here and purchase the weapons. I cannot, so I'm getting out of there. And there's other things throughout this. It's basically going to be an open world, eventually getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So you can kind of run around. So it's pretty neat to see. Just run around this. I know some of you are going to ask, why didn't you go in the rocket? So let's go ahead in the rocket quick. And then I'll show you the game. Like I said, I have not been able to play the game yet just because of the queue. but we can go ahead and check it out and see if we can jump in and see how terrible I am at the game. All right, let's go in here. We are in the rocket ship, which is pretty cool. Again, gives you a very, uh, oh, I can't go, that's glass. A very Minecrafter type of look to it. And see if I can, curious. No, oh, I can jump out the side. Boom. All right. Well, this is the main, like basically marketplace area. Um, Looks pretty neat. It's definitely going to get more interesting as they add more features to it. I love just the detail of it. It's a pretty neat marketplace design. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and hit tab and go back to the menu. Unfortunately, when I went over to the game, I wasn't able to mute the sound that went along with it. I actually did a full recording of the section, and unfortunately, there's the background music was really loud, so I could not really record an effective video for that. I do have to say you didn't miss anything as far as gameplay goes because I was not able to. I was the only one in the queue for a while. I did kind of walk around the area um, and gave you just kind of a look. And what I may do is I may do a quick clip of just the walking around the area. There's not going to be any sound involved in it, just to give you an idea of the area. But I wasn't able to play because you need 6 people to join. No one else joined, which is unfortunately a challenge with a multiplayer focused game that needs a minimum number of players this early in the development process. It just made it a little it just makes it a little more challenging unless you go over to the Discord, which I have seen in the Discord where they have people that are trying to organize games, get people involved together, which is great. So if you're at all interested in trying, I highly encourage you to get in their Discord, get involved there. They're always trying to set up games. It doesn't happen to be a game going on right now when I'm trying to record this. Um, but I do have to say it's a neat project that they have going here. It's still so early. It's like 0.14 in alpha. I'm sorry, or zero point 0.4 version in alpha. So we still have a long ways to go. As you saw from the white paper that we showed just a little bit ago, there's a lot planned. It's going to be cool because you're going to be able to get your own buildings, get your own land, build them up. If you have multiple types of characters, you can go ahead and build stuff and create things. Down the road, it's going to be a really neat project, something that I am definitely going to keep an eye on. It's the only thing of its kind right now on Wax that I'm aware of, and it's if you like the Minecraft feel, it's got a very Minecraft graphical feel to it, which I know a lot of people really enjoy. The controls are easy to maneuver, very easy and very smooth. It's not clunky, and just again going back to the market center. I like how they're not just doing storefronts in front of storefronts. The collaborations are getting really detailed and really into it and really involved. That's the creative space to it. I just think it's going to be a neat project down the road, something you should keep an eye on. I will definitely keep an eye on it. And leave me a comment down below if this is something you like and you're interested in. All right, I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Bye.